Usually, we see phone manufacturers battling it out to make the most powerful, sleekest, and coolest smartphones available. But lately, we've seen a little bit of a change in direction. There's a battle going on, but it's for the lower end of the smartphone market. Companies are trying to cram in as many flagship features into the cheapest phone possible. And we have Google and Apple right in the middle of it. So let's take a look at what these companies have to offer when it comes to budget smartphones. This is the iPhone SE versus the Google Pixel 4a. In this tech battle, we're going to look at everything we know so far about these two devices and compare them in 5 different categories: price, design, performance, camera, and features. And in the end, we'll select a winner. Let's start off with round 1, price. The iPhone SE surprised everyone with its relatively low price tag. It starts at only $399, and for only $50 more, you can double the storage capacity to 128 gigabytes. Google, on the other hand, went ahead and undercut Apple and the iPhone SE, and it's only $349. And for that price, it gives you 128 gigabytes. So with the Pixel 4a, you get double the storage for $50 less than the iPhone SE. That's a hard price to beat, and because of that, the Pixel 4a takes round 1. The next round is design. This is a difficult round to choose a decisive winner, and here's why. The iPhone SE looks so 2017. The display has large bezels that just scream outdated, but the build is still really nice. It looks exactly like an iPhone 8 with a few differences, but it's made with premium materials. The Pixel 4a, well, it's made of plastic, which depending on your preference may be good or bad. The nice thing about the Pixel 4a is the really small bezels on the display. It actually has a punch hole selfie camera, and it looks much more modern than the iPhone SE does. When it comes to colors, the iPhone SE comes in white, black, and product red. The Pixel 4a comes in just black. This is a really difficult round, and it's really going to come down to your preference. Do you like a more modern design but made of plastic? Or do you like premium materials with a design that looks a little outdated? I just prefer the build materials that the iPhone SE comes in, and I'm just not a big fan of the square camera bump the Pixel 4a has. The iPhone SE just looks a little cleaner, and because of that, I'm giving this round to the iPhone SE. Round number 3 is performance. Okay, so this round is not even close, so I'm not going to spend too much time on it. The Pixel 4a comes with a Qualcomm Snapdragon 730G processor, and it should be just fine with day-to-day tasks. But the iPhone SE has the A13 Bionic chip. That is a flagship chipset. It's found in the much more expensive iPhone 11 Pro. So really, it's not even close. When it comes to raw power, the A13 Bionic outperforms the Snapdragon 865, which is the higher end Snapdragon processor. When it comes to the Snapdragon 730, well, let's just say I'm giving this round to the iPhone SE. So after 3 rounds, the iPhone SE is leading 2-1. The next round is camera. So this round is difficult for many reasons, but the main one is because camera quality is subjective. Everyone has a preference when it comes to which photos look better, and since I don't have a Pixel 4a to really test the camera, we're going to look at what's on paper and see which should perform better. The Pixel 4a comes with a 12 megapixel main camera sensor on the back and a 8 megapixel front camera sensor. I love the cameras on Pixel phones. When it comes to still shots, nothing really beats it, at least in my opinion. not even the iPhone. Google uses computational photography to get amazing photos, and night sight mode is amazing. You can pretty much see in the dark. All those things should be true with the Pixel 4a. The iPhone SE has a 12 megapixel wide camera on the back and a 7 megapixel front camera. Because of the A13 Bionic chip, the pictures you get with the iPhone SE should also be amazing. But I tend to always prefer the photos coming out of the Pixel phone. When it comes to video, well, that's a different story. The iPhone is still the video king. So when it comes down to it, this is how the cameras should perform in my opinion. For still shots, the Pixel 4a should be better but slightly. For video, the iPhone SE should be better, but also not by much. So it's really going to depend on what's more important to you, video or still photography. This round is just too close, and without actually having both phones in my hand to choose a winner, I'm going to have to make this round a tie. The final round is features. Okay, so far most of these rounds have been really close, and honestly I could have went either way a few times. This round is really no different. The iPhone SE comes with wireless charging, it's IP67 water resistant, and both phones have fingerprint sensors. The Pixel 4a doesn't have wireless charging or an IP rating, but it has a headphone jack and a larger 5.8 1080p LED display, while the iPhone SE has a tiny 4.7 1334 by 750 LCD display. Both have dual speakers, but because of the larger screen on the Pixel 4a, plus a better resolution, the Pixel 4a should be a better device to watch videos and movies on. The Pixel also comes with an 18-watt fast charger in the box. The iPhone is of course going to have Siri built in as the assistant, while the Pixel 4a has Google Assistant. Advantage, Pixel 4a. This round is so close, and really, it's going to depend on your preference. Some of these features may be more important to you than others, but for me, I'm going to have to give this round to the Pixel 4a. So after 5 rounds, we literally have a tie. That's how close these phones come to giving a great value for a budget phone. But I don't like ties, so I will select a winner. If I had to choose one phone to have today, it would have to be the iPhone SE. I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for that choice, but it all comes down to the A13 Bionic chip. The cameras are kind of a wash for me. They're both good and you should be happy with either one. But I just feel 2 years down the line, the A13 Bionic will still be holding up. I'm not sure I can say the same thing for the Snapdragon 730. And even though Google does promise support for the Pixel phone for the next 3 years, Apple tends to support their phones a lot longer. So if you're looking for the best budget phone that should stand the test of time, it has to be the iPhone SE. But if you plan to switch up your phone in a year or two, the Pixel 4a is definitely the one to look at as well. When it comes down to it, you can't go wrong with either one. And it could be as simple as, if you like Android, get the Pixel 4a. If you like iOS, get the iPhone SE. What did you think of my choice for this tech battle? Which budget smartphone do you prefer? Let me know with a comment down below. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos just like this one on tech news, reviews, and opinions, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell icon so you don't miss any of our new videos. Thanks for watching.